Hello everyone, welcome back! I'm Gaming Quitte, the most delicious Quitte of them all, and today we will talk about Chapter 21, Part 2 from the main campaign in Dragalia Lost. I'm gonna try to keep it short, but I will fail at that as always. I'm just gonna talk about the story and then voice my own opinions on it. So in this chapter it directly continues where the last part left off. Thethia showed up and is like, no, Netherrick, no pact with Bahamut, and it's revealed that Ilya is actually the one Saphia met in the other world when she was whisked away, and so basically Ilya tells that Netherrick's plan isn't as nice as he claims it to be. He wants to grant everyone the power to be able to shapeshift with the pact with Bahamut, that he wants to use that power to make everyone in the world be able to shapeshift. But the problem with that is not everyone is able to do so physically and mentally. So even if everyone can shapeshift, a lot of people, when they end their shapeshift, will not regain their normal physical form. They will gain like a form that's something between a dragon and a human, basically leaving the people to die. So everyone's like, yo, Netherrick, I know you want the weak to be strong, but in the end, with this plan, only the strong will survive. So there's no difference there. Your plan makes no sense. And Juden is also like, yo, I get it. You want to help the weak, but that's kind of flawed. So they want to stop him, and Elysium comes back suddenly. He has black mana all over him, and Ferris and Baron show up. They have taken control of Elysium, or are trying to take control of Elysium by pumping him full of black mana, so Baron can take control of him. Then Fiends show up, so you have something to fight. After that, Netherrick grabs the Dawn Shot, and I'm honestly kind of confused why Ilya, she's looking at him, she's like, oh no, he's grabbing the Dawn Shot. Ilya, girl, I love you, but you have a gun. Just shoot him. You can literally just shoot him. Anyway, so Netherrick grabs the Dawn Shot. He wants to alter causality itself. He goes back in time. Interestingly enough, he goes to a place in time where he talks to the Agato, where he gets the Agato together and says, yo, you're the Agato, now go wreak havoc. And then he continues flying back in time. Interestingly enough, my thought here was all of this makes sense. He wants to go back in time to change the current timeline, which, according to the laws of timelines as we've learned so far in Dragalia Lost, shouldn't be possible. But apparently he has learned it from his travels with Jin Lorda, which in my opinion seems like a really weird thing that he just learned something like that somewhere. Okay, he can do it, I guess, whatever. So he wants to link the current world of our Dragalia with a past world that he wants to change, because now he's there when he is a wee baby that's about to die from the worm scale, but and wants to grant the baby the power to survive so that he can actually forge the pact with Bahamut. But all of this doesn't go well because Saphia is like, no, I'm gonna go back to the past. So she follows him after touching the Dawn Shot. She can only do so because she's the Auspex, and she goes back in time. Funnily enough, Juden was about to no, please don't go. I wanna babysit you like I always do. Ilya is like, no, dude, she's your sister, yeah, but maybe you should let her do what she wants. She's strong. And Juden's like, no, she's not really my sister. We're not related by blood. And Ilya's like, oh, but your sister and brother, blood, schmod, whatever. So that was interesting. So another reason why Juden wanted to stop Saphia was because Saphia would lose something, which we'll see was bullcrap, apparently. Anyway, Saphia goes back in time, and suddenly she has a blade that she got from Ilya, and she wants to use that blade to steal away the pact with Bahamut from Netherrick. She, of course, succeeds, and we go back in the current timeline in which Nedrick wakes up. Everyone is looking for Sephia. Where is she? Where did she go? Where did you come? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe? Or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so Sephia appears and she looks completely different. Honestly, if the name tag wouldn't be there, I wouldn't think it's her. She looks I really love the design. I'm gonna be honest here. I've read people really hate the design, which is also fine. I think it's extremely cool. I love the design. It's extremely cool. And she's hot. But the problem kind of is, it doesn't look like Sephia. It kind of looks like, I think she looks like Ilya. Like, she has the white hair. The only thing she has in common with her original design is like the little hair thingy on her hair thingy. I will show it on the screen what I mean. Anyway, I love the design, but I feel like it's like a combination of Nedrick and Ilya and Sephia, but Sephia is kind of not there. But it's a cool design. I like the design itself. It's just kind of weird that it's Sephia. Anyway, she forged a pact with Behemoth. She is blind now. By the way, we fight Emo Elysium. Cool fight, cool design for Emo Dark Void Elysium. But yeah, Sephia is blind. That's the price she had to pay so that she can use Bahamut's power. But it's also just a temporary change, and she can change back into her normal form, which I'm not entirely sure if it makes sense, because then she apparently can see again. So there's literally no cost for her. Like, Ilya was like, oh, you're gonna have to pay a big price, and the big price is that you can become super strong for a second, but you'll be blind, but you still can see because you're just so cool. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's just I'm not a big fan of those temporary form changes. Like with Nod, like just have her be like that. Anyway, black mana is causing the tree to collapse. Baron wants to talk to Yuden, and suddenly a lot of things happen. Like the last two chapters of this, last two parts of this chapter, which is like bam, 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 info. So Audric and Gatov fight Ferris. Audric says, yo, how do you know Aurelius? And that is interesting. He realizes that the Ferris that's there is not actually Ferris. Ferris is the progenitor. Farron is dead. Farron is completely gone. Bye. So apparently the worm scale took him. Ferris broke the seal on the progenitor. How? We don't know. And it overtook Ferris's body, saying he's dead now. So that's cool. Before they talked before Gatov and Audric fought Ferris, everyone else left, by the way, and Audric told Valix and Chell to be safe, which in turn made them realize who he is, and they ran away. They meet up with Baron again. Baron is, and this is kind of stupid, like up until now Baron was just a little evil kid, but now his whole thing seems to be, we're like the same. But how are you different from me? You have friends. No, I want to have friends. So basically, Baron is just kind of mad at Yuden for having friends. Like, he doesn't understand why Yuden isn't despairing over the fact that he's not a real human, apparently. And he wants him to despair over it. But he doesn't because you have friends. And Baron is just mad at that, I guess. Okay. Then the scene switches back to Ferris and Nedrick and Jinlorda and everyone, and Nedrick takes a hit for Jinlorda, which is kind of cute. They really like each other. Then it goes back to Baron, and it turns out they want to revive Satan. That's like just one sentence. Okay, Satan is about to be revived. Bye, let's go. And then we see Harl for a second, and they apparently needed the Sacred Shard with Metatron's mana to revive Satan. That's it, like that's all the infos we get, and then Harl is gone again, and then we see the gang again, and this is interesting. Nod was already forgetting Audric again. She was like, wait, Gatov was fighting with someone, but I forgot who it was, and it just goes to show that that Audric really is, like, broke the chain of his connection to the world, that everyone instantly forgets about him. That was interesting. And yeah, the chapter ends that Nedrick and Yuden will fight in the next chapter again, but the preview already says that Bahamut will appear, so we will fight Bahamut and look into Nedrick's past, which in turn probably will redeem him as something, and we will get him as a character. I don't know, something like that probably. So I think the chapter tried to do a little bit too much. Like, it was okay. Also, there's construction work going on outside. I hope you can't. I hope it doesn't pick up anyway. So I feel like this chapter tried to do a little bit too much. It tried to like prepare the anniversary event probably with what's going on with Harl, and I don't know if that should have been slapped in. Like, we have enough going on right now as it is. I am not entirely sure if I liked Zephyr not doing anything besides getting kidnapped for the entire story so far, and then suddenly she's this super strong character that just sucked up Bahamut, while also not having to pay any price for that. That kind of felt like, I don't know, rushed. I love the design, don't get me wrong, the design is amazing. I will probably pull for her. But story-wise, it kind of felt like it was just rushed. It was just slapped in. I don't really know if I understood Nedric's view of things suddenly. Like, I feel like he's kind of all over the place. Like, at one point, he's like, yeah, I want to help the weak become free and give them freedom. Like, he's all about freedom, but in turn, he kind of seems like mad that he wants to, that he doesn't care if people die. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I really wish they would have, like, concentrated on first finishing the story between Yuden and Nedric and Behemoth, but they had to somehow force Ferris and Baron in it so they can start the anniversary plotline, apparently. I'm not entirely sure if I enjoyed that. It feels forced, it feels slapped in where it shouldn't be. It's not a bad chapter per se. Like, the first part of it was really, really good. Second part was good. It's a little bit all over the place. So this isn't the best chapter, in my opinion, we've gotten so far. But it's still okay. Zephyr's design is really cool. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the new chapter. Tell me in the comments below what you think about this chapter. Also, if you want to join our Discord, we have an entire channel where you can talk about this kind of stuff once the new chapter drops. And yeah, thank you also so much for watching. I tried to keep it short, but as always, I cannot. I'm too stupid for that. But I hope you still enjoyed watching it. I'm super excited for Anniversary and the story there. I'll try to make a video about the Anniversary story when it's done. But I'm not entirely sure if I can do so because I'm moving soon. So I will have less time for that. But I will try my best. Anyway, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh, one more thing. Where's Mordecai? Where did Ilya leave him? Something that came up in our Discord, and Nini posted a really nice answer to that really made me laugh, so I'm just gonna post it on the screen. And now I'm actually going to end the video. Bye!